It's not as catchy. It's just 517-499-6692.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. If you're ready for some home maintenance, give Ducks and Homesteady a call. Did you know you can trust the experts at JTV with your real estate advertising needs? We offer professional photography, aerial photography, and video of your listing. Feature your homes on our Property of the Day on the Bart Hawley Show, or be featured on At Home Jackson. Give us a call at 787-8817 or check us out online, jtv.tv.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I don't know yet. It was so nasty yesterday. Felt like Halloween.
Yeah, it was cloudy, rainy, although we didn't get a lot of rain. Yesterday's high, 71, and we only got 1/10 of an inch of rain yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
Shoot.
I know. But on Sunday, we got 4/10 of an inch.
So we're getting there.
Yep,
We are
big improvement.
very good.
At least we don't have the hot weather, because today in Jackson, Mississippi, it's going to be 113 degrees. Yeah.
Gross. Let's low air quality today here in Jackson. Let's take a look at our hometown heating, cooling, and more Skycam. I believe Tina is up on the Blake.
Hey, it's Tina from Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More. I'm up on the Blake building looking at the city. It's beautiful, but you don't have to come up here. You just tune into JTV.
I'm worried about Tina with the air quality up there. I still don't understand air quality.
Well, the air quality is bad today. The state has issued an air quality alert, and we are seeing haze, and it will increase this afternoon during the early hours. We've got patchy fog right now, but it's haze. It's actually smoke from the Canadian forest fires. That is continuing to impact the state of Michigan. So if you are if you have sensitive lungs, you should avoid being outdoors today.
That's crazy. You know, we have an outdoor concert tonight we're going to.
Oh, you do?
We're going to Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, wow.
I know, how about that? Taking our daughter, it'll be her first, I guess you call it big concert, so should
Where
be a
is
fun time. Pine Knob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is she a Dave Matthews fan?
She's getting there. We've been playing it the last week. You know, she knows a few of the songs, but I don't think it matters what concert we would go to. She'd have fun.
She would. Today in Jackson, the Michigan Theater has a week of summer movies, and I think just this week, because they will be closing the theater for most of the month of July as they do restoration work. Super Mario Brothers is the film today, and showings are at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. $1 gets you in the door.
Wow. Have you seen that yet, Brandon?
I have.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Yeah, I haven't. Your grandson James has seen it.
I have not seen
I
it.
haven't seen it. I don't want to see it.
Have they never made a movie about Super Mario
I
Brothers?
guess not. I don't know. Not that I'm aware of. Did it bring you back to your early years, Brandon?
It really did. I thought it was really well done.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, maybe I do want to see it.
Also, for entertainment this week, on Thursday at 11:55 a.m. at Jackson College, it's going to be the performance by the students that have been taking band, music, and marching band.
Really?
So all are welcome to that, and that is I believe that's the last of the concerts for the Jackson College Summer Concert Series. They've been great this summer, thanks to Jackson College for providing that awesome free entertainment.
Your birthday was yesterday. How was your birthday?
Oh, it was great.
Really?
Thank you.
Yeah. It's good.
Why, are you surprised?
I am surprised that you had a great birthday because your original plans had got pushed back to Wednesday. So what did you do for your birthday?
We just stayed home.
Oh, that's very nice. It's very nice.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Yeah, we had pizza.
Yeah. I came over.
I made pizza,
Yep.
and Andy and Alice popped in.
We popped in for food, which was nice.
Nice.
We had a little basketball practice, but that got rained out.
And Katie made me strawberry shortcake.
That was really good.
It was.
I had some at home when I got home last night. You know what I've been doing? Well, we went to the graduation party of David Rice. I've been asking every graduate how much money they're getting.
I know, I can't believe you did that.
I don't care. I love to know. So David Rice is in the lead right now, and it's not even close. So I've asked 5 total graduates. David Rice is leading as far as most money received as
Wow.
gift. Yeah. And I won't tell you the dollar amount, but it's more than I got.
We actually got a picture with the graduate.
Oh, yeah?
At David Rice's graduation party.
Really? Well, this is the picture I took.
Oh.
And this was on his, this was on the board that his mother
The
made.
shrine.
Yeah, and this one I had a problem with. I had a problem with this. He
I've
said
got-
he was taking a break from the hot putting round. I just don't know how it ended up making his highlight board. It just looks like a random cell phone photo
Well, I took some pictures.
from last week.
I took some pictures off his highlight board, and I was instructed not to show them.
Yeah, there was one of him dancing around in his undies
Yes.
as a little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
I think we should probably say a quick hi to Penny. Hello, Penny, David's grandmother that did not make the mac and cheese. Hello to David's other grandmother that did make the mac and cheese. But Penny's watching, and I would like to invite Penny down to the show.
Yes, Penny is actually at a doctor's appointment this morning.
Oh.
Yes, Penny shared that information with us, and she's watching this later.
Okay, I did not know that.
I was actually featured on one of those graduation party picture boards for Carson Kelly. It was a big one. They put a big giant one.
Oh, I wasn't invited to that one.
Yeah.
Can you ask Carson how much money he got?
No.
Now, when
I
you
don't think that's a
graduated
good-
high school,
I don't
it's
think that's a good question.
Here's
I-
why it's a good question.
Why?
Because young 17 and 18-year-olds need to understand how to talk about money a little bit here and there. Does that make sense?
No.
No? Whatever.
Did Mickey tell you what the priest asked him at confession?
Yes, he did.
That was inappropriate.
I didn't know that was a sin, was, I believe, Mickey's
It's not.
response. Well, according to the book, it is a sin. So your birthday was yesterday. Guess whose birthday it is today? Mark Konopacki's birthday.
Really?
Yeah. Should we call him?
I don't know.
I don't know if we should, but he's celebrating out of town today.
Oh.
Happy birthday to Mark.
Yesterday it was his father's birthday.
I know.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Today we've got a couple things. City Councilman Freddie Dancy is having a neighborhood meeting at 6:30 tonight at the Booze Center. All are welcome. He'll be talking about new homes being built in the city, upcoming street construction projects, and a breakdown of how city taxes are used.
What's going on between out in front of Jackson Coffee? That road repair.
Oh, well, it's utility work.
Oh, utility work.
Consumers.
Holy cow, that
are
road is
digging it
dug
up.
up.
It's a contest to see how many times
Cortland
consumers
Street.
can tear up the alleys around Ogma Brewing Company.
It's weird. You drive by and the street is missing almost. So yeah, that's on Cortland.
Yeah, make a special effort to visit Beads to Live By because they've been challenged this summer.
Yeah, stop by all of our great places downtown.
Speaking of street closings, today MDOT is closing Jackson Street downtown under the railroad bridge, but they've reopened this street, Blackstone Street. They're actually taking up the rails and putting new stuff underneath.
New
and
driftwood.
bringing them up. It's some sort of crushed something. But the project is going to end by the September 30th, they're saying now.
So this is
This is Blackstone.
Yeah,
It's
Blackstone.
reopening today, but Jackson Street will close.
Oh, shoot.
Mechanic, Detroit, and Van Buren all remain closed, and that will be through.
And those
the
are the
end.
side streets that run between Cooper and,
Yeah, they're around Christoph and Sons.
Right.
Yes.
speaking of, I mean, they've had, since they moved in, they've been dodging construction over at Christoph's, but nothing phases Teddy and Tom, so all is well over there. Do you follow that Idaho case, that psychopath that killed those people? That
Idaho?
Brian? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been following that.
Yeah.
And they've announced that they're seeking the death penalty, which I'm all in favor of. So hopefully that happens. It sounds like authorities are trying to piece together what this psycho's been doing the last 8 years, because I think they think that there's more.
Really?
Yes,
Wouldn't surprise me.
wouldn't surprise me. We live amongst some scary folk, unfortunately.
They do seem to have enough evidence.
I think they have enough evidence, but
According-
I don't know, there's been some evidence that suggests there may be other murders at his hands, so I think they want to.
They ought to assign the case to Dateline, 48 Hours, and Dr. Phil, because they seem to be doing an awful lot of investigating.
You forgot my favorite show, ABC News' 2020,
2020.
and they have, I mean, those people can investigate very, very well. So actually, just their last 2020 was about that. I can't remember the name. Do you remember? It was like Catherine Smart. She was abducted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they just did a follow up on that thing.
Catherine Smart.
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 I said smart. Jeez. I said smart. Run it back. Run it back. How is July this Saturday already?
I can't believe
I
it.
know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Holiday travel this weekend will set a 4th of July record according to the AAA. Everyone's going to go traveling, and 51 million Americans are expected to take a trip. So get that brake tapping foot ready.
51 million?
Yeah. Wow. Like a third of the, a sixth of the country.
That doesn't make sense. It's
Well,
crazy.
A
Everyone's
lot of people are staying here in Jackson as well. They should, because it's a summer paradise. We've got all the lakes. We've got all kinds of exciting activities taking place. In Grass Lake, they are looking for cardboard boat builders for their annual cardboard boat races that they're having on the 4th of July. So,
That would be fun.
yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun to do that. Our show today is brought to you by Heather Herndon and Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. And each week, Heather reminds us why it's great to live here in Jackson. As Heather and her team love living here. Today, we're talking about the ORS Race Series. It's in full swing for 23. The races include 5-mile, 12K, 10K, 8K, 5K courses ranging from city to scenic, encouraging all to run, walk, and race for fitness. ORS is the sponsor of this 11 race series in Jackson, along with Experience Jackson, M&K Jetting, and JTV and Fortress. Next up, the Hanover Horton Firecracker 5K Kids Run Walk, and that is a classic. Everyone always dressed up as Uncle Sam most of the time, and yeah, it's fun. You'll see some, and then they have the parade as well. There's also a parade. So, yeah, thanks to Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services.
The Melling boys wear red, white, and blue striped running shorts every year. Now, this is not the Hanover Horton Firecracker, it's just Hanover Firecracker. So, Hanover folks are very protective of that. So, but they're going to have a parade, they're going to have fireworks. It's going to be a fun day in beautiful downtown Hanover on the 4th of July.
Very nice. Which is on a Tuesday this year, as you said.
I
What's
think
the
a lot of
work
people
holiday?
people are excited that it is a Tuesday because 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 days.
I talked to some people and they had asked me, they own a business, what day should be the holiday, Monday or Wednesday? And they were leaning toward Wednesday, and I said, no, it's Monday.
Yeah,
So,
well.
because you want the 4 days, right?
I think most people.
Yeah.
If you're going to Quamanon Falls, have you ever been up there?
Not that I'm aware of. Not unless I was dragged there as a youth.
You weren't. It's in the UP, and the DNR has created a new boardwalk walkway, and they are mad
Madder than hell. Look at this.
at Mike and Tanya. And Mike and Tanya, if you're watching, please do not. In fact, the DNR
Mike and Tanya.
they posted this.
Dear Mike and Tanya. Now here's the deal. Mike and Tanya. I'm gonna go, it's a second marriage for both of them. Mike and Tanya. And not too many young Mike and Tanyas running around. I think they should be prosecuted.
And the DNR said, "Dear Mike and Tanya, just because this new boardwalk will likely be around longer than your relationship doesn't mean we all want to read about it."
Yeah, Mike.
And Tanya.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to just scribbling something on the restroom stall?
How about just don't?
Wow.
No
Mike
graffiti.
and Tanya.
No graffiti, please.
I bet if you search the hashtag Mike and Tanya on Instagram, you might be able to find the real Mike and Tanya. It's terrible. Don't ever do that on your vacation. And don't ever steal any of the rocks either, right?
The rocks.
Like any of the rocks.
Oh, the pictured rocks?
Yeah, don't touch any
No.
of the rocks. You may take a Petoskey stone if you wander upon it, but don't take any of the rocks.
Look, but don't touch.
Look, but do not touch.
Vermeulen's unbelievable sales going on right now, and the sales are continuing. This is the time to buy furniture. Vermeulen's on West Michigan Avenue has a showroom full of beautiful furniture. Great design experts that can help you pick out the exact perfect piece. And patio furniture season is here at Vermeulen's.
Nixon Pool is open for the season, and they have a wonderful schedule. You can go Monday through Saturday, 11 to 3, or 3:30 to 6:30. They're closed on Sundays, and they have a senior swim on Tuesday and Friday, 9 to 10:30, and that's just $2 for seniors. Visit cityofjackson.org. The Nixon Water Park is located on North Street and Cooper.
Believe it or not, the legislature is still working. Here it is summer, but they're under pressure to get the new budget done. And they're doing some things to make workers safe in work zones. A bill has just passed the Michigan House that would allow Michigan State Police and MDOT to set up automatic cameras in work zones that would, if you're speeding 10 miles over the limit, it automatically captures an image of your license plate, including date, location, and time, and then the camera mails you a ticket automatically.
I find that interesting. You know, sometimes when you pull into a construction zone, there's a semi that is on your tail, and you can't slow down.
Yeah.
So that would be my issue.
Well, I
The
think
safety, family safety, sometimes. So where is that camera going to be? If it's going to be at the start of the zone, I have a problem with it. Maybe it should be in the middle of the construction zone.
I don't know, it doesn't specify, but I think it's going to be up to the state police to decide where is the best spot to catch the most people. But 16 people were killed in work zones in Michigan last year.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, I think one of the first things I learned as a new driver was to slow down during construction zones. A lot of states have laws where you have to have your headlights on in construction zones as well. We do not. So that's enough about traffic for today. We've got a great show coming up. We're going to get things started with Cassie Legao right after this quick break.
At Michigan Center Schools, we guide every student in the direction of their dreams. We believe that when our students feel loved and respected, there's no limit to what they can accomplish. We offer fantastic facilities, academic excellence, one-to-one technology, and multi-tiered social-emotional supports. We believe we get the most out of our students when we prioritize relationships above all else. Michigan Center Schools, where your kids are our family.
We We get many calls from homeowners who receive a quote to replace their entire air conditioning system when all they need is a simple repair. Before you decide to buy, call Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning to get a second opinion.
You can literally save thousands by having Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning fix your existing unit.
Call Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning today for a quality second opinion.
Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning, your factory authorized Carrier dealer. Proudly serving Jackson since 1965. Carrier, turn to the experts.
You never think about a good tow truck service until you really need one. Jimmy's Towing and Auto Repair in Jackson will be there for you in a flash. Our technologically advanced GPS software enables us to pinpoint your location and dispatch the closest truck to assist you in no time. Jimmy's has the largest towing and rescue truck fleet in the area, and we have the right equipment for any towing need. When you need help in a flash, call Jimmy's. Jimmy's Towing and Repair in Jackson.
At Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More, we know how important family is. That's why we've been a family-owned and operated business since 2009. As an authorized Daikin dealer, we're dedicated to providing the best heating and cooling services for your family's comfort. So, don't sweat the heat or shiver in the cold. Let our family keep yours cozy all year long.
If you're looking for a high-quality, affordable alternative to the emergency room, then come to IEP Urgent Care's new location in Jackson. It's the same great ER physicians who have been providing care through our local hospitals since 2008, but now with a new location to serve you better. Our ER-trained providers believe high-quality care is for everyone, so we work with all insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare. Come see us on East Michigan Ave.
The Lost Railway Museum is dedicated to preserving the nearly forgotten interurban railway, and we want you to experience it firsthand. Our 2 rail cars are constantly being restored, giving our past new life in the present. Our museum is also a community center with facilities and engaging displays to add something special to any event. Bring your family and uncover our history one track at a time at the Lost Railway Museum.
Grimes Plumbing has proudly served Jackson for over 20 years. Water heater installation and repair, drain cleaning, leak repair. Thank you, Jackson, for making Grimes Plumbing your favorite plumbers.
Our show today is brought to you by the Commonwealth Commerce Center. They still have bookings available for weddings this year. If you book in the month of June, you get $300 off and $100 off your food and catering credits. Check out the Commonwealth Commerce Center today. Spring Arbor sports camps are getting ready to get underway. Sign your child up. They have camps for pretty much every sport: baseball, basketball, bowling, soccer, tennis, volleyball, and golf. Register now, saucougars.com. We participate in that camp every year. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We'll be doing the co-ed day camp in July, so we're looking forward to that. Family night at Cascades is coming up, and the entertainment is Bad Mojo, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be there. Brandon, can you name all 4?
Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael.
Attaboy. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No matter how old you get, you never forget their names. Gates open at 7, and the Grand Light Show is at 10, and that is tomorrow, June 28th, Wednesday.
Join us now from Summit Heights Dental Care, Cassie Legal.
Hi, thanks for having me. Good
morning.
morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You don't mind if I reach back and
No,
steal
of course
my coffee?
you can have it back.
So we've been talking a little bit about the distracted driving laws a
Yeah.
little bit. We were talking during the break. Does that impact you and your family?
I mean, no. I have the Bluetooth capability on my phone, right?
Yeah.
So I can have my phone on the charger next to me, and if I need to take a call, I can hit the button and I can talk.
Okay.
And I mean, I kind of prefer it that way anyways. I have a really old iPhone. I think
Okay.
I think I've been due for an upgrade for 5 years. So the sound doesn't work great on it anyways, so I hear better if it's playing through my car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
For
good
me,
for me.
it's this stopped at a light. That's my habit, as you know.
Yeah,
I'll look down.
to look down at it.
So I'm going to be
yeah.
working on that.
And I think that there's things you can do, because like I have a girlfriend that if I try calling her,
I'll get a message that says, I'm in my car, I can't speak. Like it's like an auto thing that you can set up. So like
I need that.
it knows that you're in your car, and then it'll push people aside. So there is that
Interesting.
feature that you could do too. So that will kind of help,
Yeah, if
keep
we
you away
can't
from it.
control ourselves, they're going to make the phones so they don't work in a car.
Yeah.
That's what they'll do next.
Well, I mean, you can still call 911.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So starts July or June 30th.
June 30th.
This week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can talk on the phone. You can't hold it.
hold it.
It applies at stop signs and stop lights.
trust me, I am worried, and I am not going to be the one to get that first $125 ticket. So
Think of it as a can of beer. You wouldn't hold a can of beer while you're driving down the highway, and you wouldn't do it at the stop sign either.
Yeah.
sometimes parents reach for a White Claw. They think it's an energy drink or something, and then they do. But anyways, how's your summer going?
It's going good. It's going good. My kids are at camp right now,
Are they?
so I'm childless right now.
Yeah, that's good.
They're at overnight camp this week.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're having a good summer. Hopefully they're having a good
Yeah.
summer. I'm not sure. I see pictures. Hopefully they're having fun.
Cassie and Andy actually started the summer together here at
Yes, we
GTV.
did.
Yeah.
Cassie and Summit Heights sponsoring our summer
Yes, thank you.
series.
Hey, thank you.
And you actually you were co-hosts
We
at
were.
the Selby.
We were. Was the weather hot?
Oh my gosh, it was so. But you know, after the sun kind of
It
went
was-
down
yeah,
and there
it
was
was
a good
nice.
breeze, it cooled down for the kids. It didn't stop their performances. There was some really great
Yeah.
PRs, some really fast times.
Yeah.
So those kids pushed through the heat really well.
Yeah, it was fun, and getting to interview all the kids.
Yeah,
They
that's
seemed
always
ready
the best
to
part.
ready to go. So it's
Yeah.
been cool.
What was your favorite interview?
Oh, I'm terrible with names,
The-
but
the-
there was a young man who afterwards shook my hand.
Oh.
And he had my heart.
I did
he was-
see that.
He was, that was,
I did see
he was
that.
the only one. I only had one kid, and after I got
Yeah.
done, he said, "Thank you so much, ma'am." And he put his
Yeah, you
he had
did,
a tough
and you
handshake.
made a big deal about
Yeah,
that.
that was
was
really
very
sweet.
nice. Bart and I were invited to a graduation party during the broadcast. My favorite was the kid
Yeah.
from Western, and I couldn't pronounce his name. Do you remember that? I don't know if you do. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
Oh, the high jumper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincenzo or something.
Yes, yes, yeah.
We actually have a clip from the Selby broadcast.
Oh, boy.
Let's take a look.
As a sprinter, I don't think the heat bothers runners as much, but these longer races, does the heat really come into play?
It does, and it's going to take a lot out of them. So we're going to probably see some strategic races tonight. A lot of the athletes that have qualified in the mile will also qualify in the 2 mile for state. So you're going to probably see them be selective tonight to decide which race they're going to want to participate in, because they've got to kind of save that energy for the state meet this weekend, because it is very hot out.
Have you ever thought about officiating track and field with some of your free time, Cassie?
I hadn't. Had you?
No.
Had you thought about coaching?
You know, I would love to be able to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I
I just
would
don't
too.
have the time. And we're off in the boys 100-meter dash, and it is close.
It is close. It is very close.
Looks like Jackson
Jackson
High. And that is, I believe that was Kyson Cooper. Was that lane 7?
It was 11.25.
Wow, nice
Gibbs
race.
took second from Jackson High, 11.38.
I think what's fun about that for us is it brings back memories of
It
competing
does.
in that.
Well, yeah, and it should be worth noting, you still hold the record
I do.
for high jump at
I
the
do.
Selby meet. So no one came close to it this
I know.
year.
I would like that to get broken at some point. I always say that. So.
Do you have a record?
I do. Actually, I still have I don't have a Selby record, but I do have all of the records still at East Jackson. So I
Nice.
think they're 20 years old now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
You have all the records.
Literally.
for distance running. So
Yeah.
cross country,
Yeah.
all the 5K records.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple, like a home course, Ella
Sure.
Sharp won, the mile, the 2 mile, and the 2 mile relay.
Oh, those long races.
Mhm.
No, thank you
So-
for me. So you've got young kids. Do you see any future
You know,
runners in
you
your
know,
family?
I thought Abby was going to be my runner. But Evan, this year in Mileage Club, he and James, they went back and forth. They were like 1-2 for like the lower elementary. So
nice.
I guess maybe Evan's my runner now. He's also my hockey player though too. So I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't committed. He's 8. He's got time.
How's everything at Summit Heights Dental?
It's going great. It's busy. So we're going to take a little time off next week. Normally we always close down 4th of July week. But we now have an associate doctor that's been with us for over a year. And we have a 3rd doctor starting here in July. So
wow. And you guys run 5 days a week, don't you?
We do. We run 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And we used to only do like a half day Friday, but the nice thing with having multiple doctors is we can kind of stagger schedules.
Nice.
So we're there Friday till 4s now.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, yeah, we have a few of your patients in the office. We won't say their names because I believe that's a violation
of HIPAA. That's okay.
HIPAA law, but they speak very highly of Dr. Nick and your staff. So
we appreciate it. Yeah, and the staff. I mean, obviously, as we add more doctors, the staff has to grow. So we've had additional front desk, additional assistants. So yeah, we're just filling the place up. It's been great.
So with adding a new doctor, you're probably welcoming new patients.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're always taking new patients, and one of the great things that I love about our office and I appreciate is we try to get people in same day, next day for emergencies. And that is so crucial in this town. When you have an emergency, if you need to see an oral surgeon, they're booked out months.
Right.
So being able to get people out of pain to provide those services has been really beneficial, not only for us, but for the community.
How long have you guys been located where you are, right across from Vermeulen's and the Westwood Mall?
12 years.
Wow.
12 years, yeah.
Nothing worse than a toothache.
No,
I don't think so.
Nothing worse.
No.
So.
And all you have to do is call, and if you have an emergency, good news.
Yeah.
Same day, they'll help you.
Give us a call. We'll try to get you in the same day. If not, usually it's the next day. So.
Great to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Cassie.
it. Thanks, guys. Good to see you.
Yeah, and thanks for the support of our summer series and all that you're doing in the community. Summit Heights Dental. Thanks, Cassie.
Thank you.
Cassie Legal joining us on the morning show. We have a special edition of Believe the Hype from JPS coming up next.
The Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill has something for everyone. They offer a large menu with a variety of meals to choose from, including many Middle Eastern options, along with the everyday favorites. Enjoy live music and dancing, pool table, huge bar and large banquet hall, perfect for your next gathering, wedding reception, graduation party, and more. And don't miss Sunday brunch, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Experience a great night out at the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill, located at 3705 Ann Arbor Road in Jackson.
When 2 jobs aren't enough, they find a way. When there's not enough to eat, they find a way. For the people they love, they find a way. Some of America's hardest working families are in danger of losing their homes. But thanks to you, hope marches on. When you give $25 a month, you help families find a way to stay in their homes.
Collins Brothers Floor Covering has been serving the Jackson community for over 80 years. We specialize in residential and commercial projects and offer a full range of flooring materials from carpet to luxury vinyl. With endless colors, styles, and patterns to choose from, we can complement the look of any room. Quality products at the best value and customer satisfaction are guaranteed when you choose Collins Brothers Floor Covering. Contact Collins Brothers Floor Covering and see how we can personalize your project today.
Welcome to Youth Haven. This is an organization that began in 1968 to reach the underserved, the disadvantaged, and at-risk children here in Michigan and in Arizona. Through our on-site programs, our virtual camp programs, our after-school programs, the mail we send, we are offering hope and encouragement to children in need. We do all of this at no cost, and we have a need for donors and volunteers and others to help. You can visit our website at youthhaven.org to learn more.
Ammonite's Frosty Boy of Vandercook Lake. We have what it takes to keep you cool all summer long. Great flavors, excellent selections. We're more than just an ice cream shop. Ammonite's Frosty Boy of Vandercook Lake.
The Center for Family Health is now offering sports physicals, so if your child needs to get in before the fall sports season, give them a call. The Center for Family Health has been opening the door to health care for all for more than 30 years.
The great summer at the Cascades continues. It's the 4th of July weekend, and fireworks are happening on Monday, July 3rd. The show starts at 6:30 with the Sam Luna Band. And if you want to watch in the amphitheater, admission $7 per person. Kids are $5 this coming weekend at the Cascades.
The Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill is now open in Ann Arbor Road, 3705. They have great daily lunch and dinner specials. They even have a Sunday brunch in Bloody Mary Bar, along with live music and plenty of banquet space for your group gathering or party. Stop by the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill.
Now a special edition of Jackson Public Schools Believe the Hype with Chris Giannetti and Jeff Beal.
Hello, I'm Chris Giannetti. I am the Assistant Superintendent here at Jackson Public Schools, and today I am here with Superintendent Jeff Beal to give us an update on the bond. How are you, Jeff?
I am doing well, thank you very much.
Good. The bond passed in 2018. We've been working diligently for 5 years on this bond. So can you give us some updates on what's going on? Let's start with the high school.
So yes, we did. We passed overwhelmingly an $87 million bond in 2018, and in that time we have literally touched every building. And we're putting the finishing reps on buildings now. So here at Jackson High School, the project started with the Aquatic Center, but that was a couple of years ago, and right now we're working to finish refurbishing the boys and girls locker room, the men's and women's locker rooms, and then we just recently put the wraps on the High School Media Center, so a complete remodel for our students and faculty there, including Cafe Orange, a student-run entrepreneurial business where students are going to be selling breakfast snacks and creating coffees like any other coffee shop. So it's a true student-run business right here on campus.
Certainly trendy to do that, isn't it?
Well, our kids certainly think coffee is trendy now,
Exactly.
but no, it's a really good opportunity. We talk about taking, education from the classroom to a career, and we want to give our kids those business skills now so that they're ready for life after high school.
Well, the high school is certainly taking a big undertaking, but so is Parkside. So what's going on at Parkside?
Well, Parkside, if you remember, it was a California campus. It was built in 1963, and it was all these buildings that you walked outside. And one of the big challenges with a building like that is, how do you move it forward into a time right now when students need safe and secure entryways? So what we did was we closed off all of those vestibules, all those walkways between the buildings, so now nobody goes outside. We moved the office location, which was a separate building from the rest of the educational environment. We moved that into the building. So now our administrators are where the students are at. It makes a lot of sense.
Completely.
And then, like I said, there's a ton of work that happened in the science wing. So all new science classrooms, both for 4th Street Learning Center and for Parkside, were part of the bond program. And so we saw that come to fruition out at Parkside.
Yeah, I think the upgrades there have just changed the whole look of the school and made it much more safe and secure, and just a lot of collaboration room too, additions that I think are really important in that level.
Yeah, without a doubt, it gives our students the ability to do more project-based instruction, the ability to spread out, the ability to interact with each other in different ways.
Now let's move to Northeast. So Northeast was one of our first projects, if not the first, right?
Northeast was
the
first project that we undertook. Similar in conversation, right? We really started with that safe and secure concept. We moved offices that were located in the middle of the building. We relocated them to what was the old pool when it was a middle school. And created a safe and secure entryway. But that building looks gorgeous. If you haven't been in that building, I encourage families to swing by because it's one of my favorite landing zones. It's got a staff that's got just great chemistry. But the building itself, from a construction standpoint, we were able to really go through refurbished classrooms and like I said, really create that safe and secure entry point right from the beginning.
Yeah, the media center is just unbelievable, and when we started that project and you looked at that building and you thought, how can we move this into 21st century? How can we make this look more elementary friendly, because it was a middle school? And TMP and CSM did an amazing job of really turning that around.
TMP have been great architectural partners in this, and then CSM with the construction. And I should probably talk about construction just for a second. So CSM has been our construction manager. They have wonderful relationships with our local workforce, and of the $87 million, and it's actually closer to $90 million worth of construction, but of the $87 million, more than $45 million in hard construction costs went to a company or business within 30 miles of where we're sitting right now. So,
and that's great work.
And a very intentional trying to invest locally.
Another beautiful elementary building that we have is the Montessori building, but that has kind of an interesting story as to how it got where it is and how things changed and saved us some money in the bond.
Yeah, so remember that the Montessori school started as a partnership with the Felician Sisters back in 2015. They wanted to run a Montessori-based preschool program, and it allowed for us to open up some possibilities for a Montessori elementary. We originally started in the old Amy Firth building. And what we found is when we went in and we opened that building up, that both their programming and our programming, the demand was such it just simply outgrew the capacity for that building. So rather than spend bond dollars at that Amy Firth location, we were able to spend or reinvest those bond dollars over at the Bennett School, which is now the Montessori school. And if you go in there, half the building is the preschool run by the Felician Sisters, and half the building is a JPS property where we run our own Montessori kindergarten through 5th grade programming. One of the nice pieces with that building is it's also allowed us to pilot an air conditioning model. So one of the things the Felician Sisters really needed, because they run year-round programming, was to be able to air condition their spaces, and our buildings just simply weren't built for that. But we were able to, again, with our architects and our engineers, to be able to put air conditioning in that location, both for Montessori, the preschool, and for JPS. So that worked out really well for us, and it may prove to be something useful kind of moving down the road as we take a look at what our other programs or projects might come into.
Yeah, I think that the Montessori program is just busting at the seams, really, and just a wonderful building. And I know that when we started that really was the model for what we wanted our elementary schools to look like. That coloring, the decor, all of those things, and it's really been a kind of little jewel in our pocket there. When we talk about renovated schools that we've covered, there's also our brand new school, which is Cascades, and that really took advantage of something with the ISD too, to save some money for the bond.
Yeah, so we have leveraged, we worked very hard to leverage how we are spending our bond dollars. I want to make certain that we're good stewards for the public's money and that we are getting the greatest use of those dollars. We had about $1 million in our bond to tear down the old Frost building and turn that into green space. Because remember, we had Frost and Cascades Elementary literally in the same parking lot. So we took Cascades all the way down to the ground and we built a brand new building, state of the art. It is the newest elementary school building in the county. But beyond that, instead of spending the $1 million to tear down Frost, we actually sold that building to serve to the Jackson County Intermediate School District. That will be their central campus, and it will house special education students from around the county, including Jackson Public Schools, who have very severe or high needs. And a wide-ranging needs. So it's not a one-fit program, but it actually will serve about 5 or 6 programs.
And
so,
centrally located too, which I think is a big plus for them and us.
yeah, without a doubt. And it allowed them to recapture an investment. It allowed us to save some money. But Cascades is a gorgeous building. It's built for about 500 students. Again, preschool through 5th grade. That's one of the changes we really worked on, was to make certain that all of our buildings have preschool classrooms for our partners to work in. So whether it's Head Start or ABC or Horizons or Community Action Agency, they're in there. And so we have those classrooms in our building, embedded in our building, so that those 3 and 4-year-olds can grow into a kindergarten in a familiar place.
And another building that is almost brand new, we could say, but not quite fully renovated, is John R. Lewis.
So John R. Lewis, if you remember, was a building that we closed back in, 1991, 1992, and that was the old Lincoln Elementary School. We closed that building down, and when it came time to reopen that building, and we looked at it and said, this isn't going to be something we can get back up to code. It's not something that will meet today's standards. So that building is about 70% new from the ground up, and it follows a lot of the same lessons, the same template that we used at Cascades Elementary School. And that building opened for the first year last year, so we're wrapping up the second year of that building. And what I really appreciate is that building continues to grow year over year. So you end up with the first year kindergartners now become first graders, and next year they'll become second graders. But in the meantime, we're kind of backfilling that. So you may have started with 1 class of kindergartners, and the goal will then be to have 2 classes of kindergartners and then 2 classes of first graders. So this is a building that really just kind of grows to fill itself out. And my guess is it'll end up somewhere around 250 to 350 students. So it really is going to be a great elementary school in a wonderful neighborhood where we haven't had a school presence for quite some time.
And I know Dibble, we finally got rid of those portables in the back and have a nice added wing. So that's a beautiful setting too.
The portables were there when I went to school at Dibble. That's a shame to say.
That was horse and carriage time, right?
Horse and buggy, you bet. Thanks. But we were able to remove the portables. We removed 2 classrooms. We were able to add, I believe, 5 classrooms to that location, including a collaboration space. One of the pieces that we learned or we took from Northeast and Cascades, and now we hear about it in John R. Lewis, all of our buildings have got a large group collaboration space designed specifically to foster a different time in education. We know that employers are looking for critical thinkers. We know that employers are looking for workers who can communicate with each other, who can work in a group, who can synthesize answers. And these collaboration spaces give our staff the ability to get out of their rooms, out of the rooms that you and I might think of as typical classrooms, and get into a space where project-based learning, where that type of development takes place, so that we can really train our workforce of tomorrow, even starting in our elementary schools. So Dibble is fantastic. I love Dibble, but when you went into it, the lighting was old, the hallways were narrow, we had old cubbies that weren't up to fire code. So there was a lot of work that really had to be done to brighten that building up, to make it feel much like you said, that 21st century learning. And so we really moved that whole building forward. And it was quite a project, but we are again thrilled to be off and running at that location.
Yeah, and I think, as we look at it, we're kind of winding down with our projects, and we have something here at the high school going on, and then we have Sharp Park fully under construction right now, which is probably one of the hardest because of the small footprint.
Sharp Park is a fabulous community, but the interesting thing about that building it is on a little triangle of land, a little strip of land. It's landlocked, and there's just not any elbow room over there. So it's built on a hill. So you have multiple buildings with a huge rise in the ground. So, there's a bridge in that building that connects one building to the next that water flows under. I mean, when you think about all the engineering things that we get to do to make this ADA accessible. And so I remember last fall when we were working on this and they were doing parking lot construction and getting ready for the new portion of the building to go up, because there's 5 new classrooms being added at Sharp Park as we take down 4 of the oldest classrooms in the district. But when we were out there, we were literally paving on a Sunday for kids to start on Monday. I mean, that's kind of the timeline, and we're going to be right up against it this year too. So the new building portion of the building is out of the ground. The demo of the west portion of the building, those old classrooms, that will happen here like literally the day after school gets out. My guess is that we'll be in the building ready to go for school to start next fall. But we'll probably still be going and putting some trim pieces up, some of the finishing work, some of the stuff that you have to get to at the end, and I'm going to guess that'll probably run all the way through Thanksgiving.
I don't think there's a single person in this district, family, teacher, student, who hasn't been affected by the construction but reap the benefits of it, right? So it's inconvenient, but it gets us to a point where we really want to be.
Well, when we move forward, our parent pickup and drop-off line, which right now, is Park Road, that will be much smoother. We do a really nice job at keeping the school bus transportation away from the parent transportation, just so that we don't intermix those kids and we don't have kids running in front of buses and so on. So they exit out onto Horton Road.
And before we finish this wrap up, I think I forgot to mention Hunt. So, I mean, Hunt is one of our buildings that took a major renovation too, in a neat way, because we changed our media center with our offices to make it more safe and secure, and a lot of other upgrades to an old, once again, middle school, right?
Yeah. So remember that these schools were built with the offices kind of buried in the middle of the building. And so, you walked right in and went wherever you needed to go, and the offices were almost just an afterthought. Well, that doesn't work in a safe and secure environment. We have airlocks at every location. Cameras are all over the district. You have to be buzzed in to get into the office, and we really look at that office as our business center. So parents, visitors to the building, they come to that office. That's our point of business. And what we had to do, similar to what we did over at Northeast, is we had to move the media center. The library was on the exterior of the building. We had to move that to the interior of the building, so that swapped places with the office. We moved the office into the old media center or library, and all the revamp that went along with that. Obviously, there's construction for classrooms that were improved, lighting that was improved. The parking lot over there was in really rough shape, and so that's been redone. Just a lot of structural things to make that building, reinvest in that building to make it last for a long, long time yet to come.
A lot of great changes there too. So, well, I mean, we're exhausted from just talking about all this work. I'm sure we'll be showing some footage of each of these projects, but it has been a good 5 years, and I think we've got just a little bit more, and then we've kind of made the finish line,
yeah,
right?
Or you gonna
keep promising me that we will.
Yeah, you keep thinking that. We are putting the wrapping touches on this. We are under budget. We've done our due diligence with the people's money, with your investment, and the nice piece about that is it allows us to go back in and continue to do some of those wish list items. There are still more projects than we could ever get to, but we are working on an expansion for South Central Michigan virtual, so that's coming. You see some improvements within the classroom. We purchased a lot of technology for our classroom. You see those types of things that are coming still yet, and I'm anticipating that by the end of 23 we're going to be kind of looking at how we can put all the touches on this, and certainly in 2024 we'll be all done with the bond. That's going to be a nice feeling, and
you heard it here.
And you heard it here. But really the nice piece of this is that we did exactly what we said we would do with. When we went out and promised the voters and said, this is my word, this is Jackson Public Schools, we're going to take good care of you and your children. And the investment that our community has made in our schools is transformational.
Vikings, and we all became Vikings, and I think we've never looked back, and it's been a like you said, transformational for this community, and we are proud to work for Jackson Public Schools.
I am very much blessed.
Me too. All right, well, thank you very much for visiting us with us today.
Thank you very much. And it is a great day to be a Viking.
Believe the hype.
Galazio Restaurant in Albion takes pride in offering homemade Greek and Mediterranean cuisine. Our authentic recipes, beautiful bar, and intimate dining area make for a truly memorable dining experience. And be sure to leave room for dessert. Dine in or take out with a large variety of menu items to choose from. You can't go wrong. Enjoy a unique dining experience unlike any other at Galazio Restaurant in Albion, creating homemade Greek food simply for you.
At Consumers Energy, we believe change is preparing for the worst by putting to work the very best. Change is improving by replacing utility poles and redesigning our substations. Change is commitment to upgrading 1,000 miles of our energy grid every year. And change is confidence, the confidence of knowing when it comes to keeping the lights on, we're always on. Consumers Energy, a force for you, a force of change.
Give the gift that lasts. The Jackson YMCA has something for everyone on your shopping list. Skip the traditional gift of things and give an experience at the Y, where no matter what age, there's something for everyone. Give the child on your list a youth membership for one of our after-school adventures. Out of ideas for mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa? Send them to the Y, where they can enjoy the pool, indoor walking track, wellness center, sauna, steam room, and so much more.
Experience a community-centered school district where a small-town feeling meets a modern education. Welcome to Napoleon High School, home of the Pirates. Napoleon High School has a long-standing tradition of excellence in award-winning programs and a rigorous academic curriculum. With dual enrollment opportunities, vocational training, and college prep, Napoleon is creating tomorrow's success stories today. Join the Napoleon Community Schools. Your child's adventure begins at napoleonschools.org.
The secret is out. Jackson is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. We are people with community pride, school spirit, and deep roots. The secret is out. Jackson has great parks, home to some of the best golf in the country, and boasts more lakes than you can count. With unique, locally owned shops and restaurants, we have a little something for everyone. Hey Jackson, the secret is out. The Heather Herndon team with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, serving the Jackson community since 2005.
Improving the air quality in your home isn't a luxury. It's improving your family's lives. Our staff do each job carefully, completely, and with great attention paid to you, the homeowner. We take care to leave each home better than we found it, and when you take your first breath after one of our cleanings, I'm sure you'll agree. We can help keep your home cleaner and your air safer by scheduling a cleaning today. Ducks, we're your indoor air professionals.
The Green Market at Henry Ford and its many vendors want to thank our wonderful patrons for their many years of support. And we look forward to seeing you all again soon in the lot across Michigan Avenue from Henry Ford Health. The Green Market, providing you and your family with healthy, fresh food.
The first session of Nixon Water Park will be closed today, but they will open for the afternoon when it gets warm out. This just in. We had some golf happen yesterday. The Mercer Tour doubles as the Jackson County Junior Golf Championship. Cody Rowe of Northwest High School and Anna McClure of Lumen Christi were crowned as Jackson County champions at Cascades Golf Course. The Mercer Jackson Junior Golf Tour event crowned the champion during a Monday event that featured rainy weather and cool temps. Andrew Parrott had an ace on number 4 at Cascades on his way to tying for first place with Lucas Schwartz. They had 43s. They tied for first in the 13 14-hole, or 13, 14, 9-hole event. So very, very cool. How about that? A hole-in-one.
It's amazing.
I played with a guy on Sunday. Now, he does play a lot of golf. He's had 17 hole-in-ones.
No.
I swear.
That's suspicious.
No, it's not. 17 hole-in-ones.
Wow.
Yeah. He play a lot of golf, I guess.
I was surprised that Rory McIlroy had never had a hole-in-one in a PGA event until this last week.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard, right? It's amazing how so many people have so many, and then there's golfers that have played forever and have yet to have one. So.
Are you going to the Rocket Mortgage Classic this weekend?
I don't know. I don't know. I might. Are you?
No.
Okay. Well, I was thinking maybe last minute.
Maybe last minute.
Yeah, maybe last minute, but I don't know. We'll see. Hey, join us tomorrow morning. Andrew Volk from Ogma Brewing will be here along with Bruce Inocencio and Jen Simcoe from Inocencio and Fisk.
Later today, Prosecutor Jerry Jarzinka, State Police Lieutenant Tedrick Gibbs, Jenny Cochran, and Paige McCafferty from the Ella, and with the Pedal and Wine Bike Tour, Mike Wazeski and Cindy Acker, all later today. Hope to see you at 1.
I am really excited